Barron Trump had received many packages in his life, but never one like this. There was no return address, no markings, just a plain black box sitting outside his door. His name was written in bold red ink across the top. No sender, no explanation. Barron's instincts immediately went on high alert. He scanned the hallway. Who left this? How did they get past security? He bent down, carefully picking it up, his heart pounding. The box was heavier than it looked. He stepped inside, locking the door behind him. Whatever this was, it wasn't normal. And whoever sent it wanted to make sure he saw it. Barron set the box on the table, staring at it for a moment before reaching for a knife. His hands were steady, but his mind raced. He had been in strange situations before, but this felt different. This felt personal. He sliced through the tape and slowly lifted the lid. His breath caught in his throat. Inside, wrapped in layers of black cloth, was an old rusted key and a folded note. He carefully unwrapped the key before picking up the paper. The message was handwritten, the ink slightly smudged, as if written in a hurry. "You're ready now. Go to locker 412 at Grand Central Station." Barron's grip on the note tightened. Ready for what? And who decided that? His jaw clenched. If someone wanted him to go, he was going, but not on their terms. Barron stepped into the night, pulling his hood up to avoid attention. He had called for his car, but at the last second he changed his mind and took a cab instead. If someone was watching him, he wasn't about to make it easy for them. The city lights blurred past as he made his way to Grand Central. He could feel the rusted key pressing against his palm inside his pocket. Every instinct told him this was a trap, but he needed answers. As the cab pulled up, Barron scanned the terminal, his sharp eyes noting the security cameras, the exits, and, more importantly, anyone who seemed to be paying attention to him. He moved quickly, weaving through the crowd, his breath steady. Locker 412. He spotted it in the far corner. With one last deep breath, Barron pulled out the key, inserted it into the lock, and turned it. The door clicked open. Barron's eyes widened as he pulled out a thick file folder, covered in dust and sealed with a red stamp. He flipped it open, his pulse quickening. Inside were names, dates, and locations, surveillance records. Some pages were old, yellowed, while others were disturbingly recent. Then he saw it, his father's name. Barron flipped through the documents, his hands tightening as he scanned the words. These weren't just records. This was a secret operation, one that had been tracking his family for years. His breath hitched when he turned to the last page. Target, Barron Trump. Status, being watched. Barron's entire body tensed. Someone was following him, right now. His grip on the file tightened. He forced himself to stay calm, but his heart pounded against his ribs. He lifted his head and subtly scanned the station. Who was watching him, and how long had they been doing it? Barron shut the locker and tucked the file into his jacket. He couldn't stay here. He moved toward the exit, his every step measured, his senses on high alert. As he reached the doors, his phone buzzed. Unknown number. Barron hesitated for half a second before answering. A voice whispered through the speaker. Now you know. But do you understand? The call ended. Barron exhaled sharply, his breath visible in the cold night air. He wasn't sure what he understood yet, but one thing was clear. Whoever was behind this had just made a mistake, because now Barron wasn't just running. He was hunting. And if you love uncovering hidden conspiracies, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon, so you never miss a story like this.